When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to
Так, на чем я тут остановился?
Day, Henry.
Не понимаю, почему здесь всю книгу нельзя прочитать.
God be with you. I'd like to discuss. Well, we. Satisfied? You won't.
Блин, сильно он обиделся.
Aye, that would do it.
Нормально. Так. Это не то. Сейчас мы раскачаем навык чтения. Чё? Еще одна. Что-то короткие книги какие-то. Нет, надо сделать по-другому. Надо купить книг, пойти в удобное место, взять навык. Тогда будет двойная прибавка.
God save you. I'd like to just.
Ого.
I'm glad to see. Let's have a word about the. Are we agreed? You're a right pinch. See now.
Так, а чем определяется удобство чтения? Я книгами перегружен. Кто это? Враг. Блин. Почему меня постоянно пытаются схватить?
I'm glad to. I'd like the price. Well, we. Are we agreed? More. See now.
Привет, Рекс. У меня все как обычно. О, блин, повторяется. Блин, перегружен все равно.
God's sake, what are you doing?
Никто не хочет меня схватить. О, тебе. Может пожрать? Так, тут удобно. Тут должно быть удобно. Нормально, чё? Так. Что-то не вижу, я прибавка к чтению будет, нет? Чё народа нету никого вообще? Вообще никого. Даже тех, кто подписан, нет. Так. А что там видеть? Что-таки непонятно. Вот так чтение прокачалось. Все, надо по сюжету идти, надоело что-то. Правда, странно получается. Диалог такой, типа, я не умею читать. Как не умею? Я ж умею читать. Куда я бегу? Ночью никого не будет там. А, пожрать только разве что. На самом деле в комнате не так темно. Вообще-то я глазами все вижу. Это камера фиговая. Понятно. Кажется, как будто бы я это такая одна голова. Еще черная майка. Чё, даже никто по пути не попадет. О, труп на дороге. Я вчера хотел проверить, что будет. Хотя темно как-то. 2 часа. Ай, надо идти дальше. Ужиться. Что-то тебя постоянно тут что-то изнасилует, то кабана изнасилует, то корову изнасилует. Я даже не думал об этом. Так. В таверне вообще никого нет. Блин, надо было еще +1 час. Что так замедляется под конец? Тут это писатель был. А мне пожрать что есть? О, я уже нахрючился. Почему вы тут едите? Где писака? Кто это? Писец вышел. Ну-ка, давай поговорим.
God be with you.
Так. Что я не читал, то и куплю.
Let's have a word about the price.
Давай я тебе дам столько и все, иди.
Since it's you.
It'll take more than that to persuade me.
Только ради тебя? Странно. 310. Нормально. Может, книгу прочитать? И женщины в этой войне устраивали засады и обманывали мужчин, как умели. Ну, конец. Следующая книга. О папском расколе. Святая Церковь — дом всего христианского мира, и во главе ее стоит пастырь, которого называют Папой Римским. Все, конец. О Праге. Столица, где правят короли Богемии, величественный город, чья слава достигает самих небес, называется Прага. Все, конец. О симонии. Может ли папа называться святокупцем и продавцом индульгенции? Очень интересно. О чешских предках. О, навык чтения. Много веков назад жил в далеких землях хорватов воевода Чех. Размышляя о том, что мало его родному народу земле, решил он отправиться в путь, покинув родину. Так, а чем закончилось? В ответ все же, как один сказали, будет дано. Ну, все понятно. О адамитах. В 1259 году от рождения о упадке нравов. Чехи перестали заботиться о своем добром имени и, живя во грехе, посвящали целиком. Понятно. Правила святого Бенедикта. О, большая книга. Все, да? Не важно, где вы читаете, вы получаете прибавку к обучению, где бы вы ни читали. Прибавку к обучению. Сейчас надо кучу книг продать. Куда ты пошел? Подожди. Вацлав. Война женщин. Карл. Конюх. Богемия. Всё? У него хоть деньги есть? Не есть деньги. Мало, конечно. Может, не ему продавать? Мне не нравится. Что-то он как-то дешево покупает. Все, пошли обратно. Денег просрал на эти книги. Где-то 700. Нижние ворота. Блин, надо наушники сменить. Что на пути даже никто не подходит. Ни трупа на дороге, ничего нет.
Can you hear me?
Сдавайся, кому? Я сдаюсь.
What's going on?
Orders of his lordship.
Не лезь ко мне.
I'm carrying an important dispatch. I don't have time for this nonsense.
Right then. I won't search you this time.
Блин, почему они меня постоянно хотят? У меня какие-то вещи краденые, ёп. Какие, я уже не помню даже. Уже столько времени прошло, уже давно должно было быть. Умыться.
Hey, Henry's come to see you.
God be with you, Henry.
Greetings, good night. How may I serve you?
I'd like to Satisfied?
That's
Что в игре с ценами так более-менее нормально. То есть я купил
aye. For that amount I can be
и
persuaded.
на продаже не так много потерял, в общем-то. В общем-то получается, только у меня было 1200, сейчас 1000. То есть я купил столько книг, прочитал их и продал, и считай, ничего не изменилось. Ну там 200 это не так много. Почему я не могу эту книгу прочитать полностью? Все, я, короче, даже мучиться не буду. Продолжаю свое расследование, опираясь на сведения из черной хроники. Какие там сведения в черной хронике? Какие-нибудь тут наводки есть, что ли? Мельницу Божейнове. Фигня какая-то. Без точек я ничего не знаю. Надо, короче, значит, заручиться помощью. Чтоб он мне книгу прочитал. Это как-то странно, я же умею читать. Можно я загляну?
Will you let... Well, you help. Lead the way.
Блин, опять он по одному и тому же
God
алгоритму.
save you, Henry. What is
Опять
it?
он застрял.
What the hell are you doing? Henry, I'm glad you came.
Тебе уже
Эй.
пора выйти.
Hey. Are you serious?
О, без меня бы фиг вышел. Если какую-то книгу взял, можно прочитать. Ну, положил обратно. Да можно же так делать?
God be with you, Henry. Henry, I'm glad you came.
Не, подожди, не надо уходить.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Блин, а что, сейчас нету диалога?
Will you let me
Well, you helped me.
lead the way?
Чё за фигня? Что надо делать? Веди меня. Так только что там были. Блин, опять он в этом месте. Да что такое? Давай я тебе помогу.
What the hell?
Если это вообще помогает.
Jesus, look. What is it?
Давай, вот
Be
так
a
вот.
bit more. Hey. Damn.
О, отвис. Кто это? Кто это? Сдавайся. Кто сдавайся? Где?
Can you hear me?
Я сдаюсь, все, давай. Принимай меня.
For security.
For God's
Yeah.
Блин, пока я от ворованных вещей не избавлюсь, походу меня тут заебут. Блять, опять этот чувак ушел. Пока этот ебаный стражник.
Will you let
Well, you helped.
lead the way?
Be a bit more.
Блин, почему это патчами не пофиксили?
Henry, I'm glad
Я
you
открываю книгу. Почему-то до конца я не могу ее прочитать. Написано: у коего также забрали ценности на... Дальше перевернуть я не могу. На и все. На это окончание. Дальше я такой говорю: я не умею читать. Ну конечно я не умею читать. Что за бред? Почему я не умею читать? Я умею читать.
So what do you need to know?
I'm trying to.
Я уже столько этих, блядь, уже книг поперечитал. Че, я эту книгу не могу прочитать? Или это по сюжету так сделано, что ты обязательно должен сказать ему, что типа он... Попросить его, чтобы он прочитал.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Ой. Ну что, прочитал?
So, did you find any mention of Limpy in the book?
I did. Apart from Lubosh, there's mention of some Anton from Vlashim and Hinek, known as Riki, from Ledechko.
Ledechko? That's a stone's throw from here.
Aye, certainly close.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you for that.
Все, сейчас в ледичко пойдем.
Hey, watch
Чё,
it.
как ты прочитал?
What the hell?
Что-то не могу, почему я не могу прочитать дальше? Может, мне не нужно читать?
What the hell was that?
What the? Hey. Good day, Henry.
Так, дальше чё? Так, я хочу избавиться от краденных вещей. Краденые вещи. Кому-то надо отдавать. Ты там чуваку, мельнику.
My respects. I've got some goods here.
All right.
О, кстати, надо книгу вот эту купить. Карта сокровищ тоже можно купить. И продать. А что продать? А что у меня именно краденое? Что можно продать? Не, странно. А чё тут? Я думаю, может, меня из-за краденого обыскивают. Да вроде краденого ничего нету.
Let's have a word of.
Well,
We agree.
it'll take more than. Aye.
Вонючка.
I'm looking for someone they call Riki.
That's the Tanner's son, Hinnick.
Where can I find him?
Hard to say. He's not around here much. Thank God for small blessings. Could try his folks' place.
What can you tell me about this Hinnick?
What can I tell you? No, he's none too popular. No one cares to talk to him.
Why not?
Well, I'm not one to gossip, but I heard he keeps bad company.
What's the Tanner like? Hinnick's father.
The less I see of him, the better. He's not exactly sparkling company.
Why do they call him Riki anyway?
Why do you think? Because he's a Tanner, of course.
So why don't people like him?
The old Tanner's not an easy man, but a son should never let his father down. Hinnick does nothing to help. He's always far too busy with his own affairs, though I wouldn't like to say what those are.
And does no one at all talk to him?
That harlot Adela hangs around with him, of course.
Harlot?
She worked...
Так, где присесть? Удобство места 150, нифига себе. Ой, 150. Может, сокровища как-нибудь поискать? Карты какие-то. Еще ни одну не находил.
What was it you...
I want you to break into the Talmberg Armory and...
I think I'll... I've got some goods.
All right.
Я у Лидички был, я не помню. Так, выследить Ваночку, поговорить с отцом, поговорить с той девкой, с которой он встречался. Так, ну можно на отца сходить. Блин, у меня даже метка не стоит.
What are you doing?
I heard you've been seeing Hinek, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner,
Hey, look
that I
out.
seduce decent men?
God, no, nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Hinek, so I came to ask you about him.
Aye, I've seen him often enough, but I don't know what I could tell you about him.
When did you last see him?
A few days ago, he came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He keeps prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about
What are
some
you
fellow
doing?
called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it. But he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth. Aye. And then he was talking about the.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl. And if I wanted.
Did
Be
you
a
go
bit
there
more
for a look?
careful.
Да что такое, бля?
No. I've got better.
Почему я так наискось стою?
Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I understand. Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding in the western corner.
All right, thank you.
Под западным.
Did he tell you exactly?
He said he buried it at his
На
father's
ферме
small
отца под
holding in the
западным
western.
углом
All right,
дома.
thank you. Where can I find?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
Look, Hinek's my friend, and I really need to know where he is and what he's doing.
But I already told you I don't know where he's got to.
So I suppose he just goes to the woods to pick mushrooms, does he?
Mushrooms.
Сработало.
More like hares or other game.
So Hinek is a poacher? That's no surprise.
Well, he was never much of one for an honest trade.
Do you know exactly where he goes? Maybe he has some favourite spot he might have told you about?
He said he has some.
I need to know more about that hideout.
I really don't know where it is. I only know when he came back, he usually came to see me.
I see. How did you know he'd been to the woods?
He always talked about what he caught, and he never came to me at other times. Probably didn't have the money for it.
Do you know who he sold it to?
He never told me straight up. But who could he sell it to? The innkeeper, I reckon. It makes sense.
For sure. Do you know what route he took? At least the general direction. Anything that could help me find his hideout.
I think he usually went through the woodcutter's camp, 'cause he always brought me freshly chopped firewood, and he had wood chips on his boots.
Good. So...
Много я узнал, конечно.
Another thing about...
Yes?
Да нет, тут уже все.
Another thing about the money.
What is it?
I just want to ask...
What do you want?
Is it true?
What?
Other whores wouldn't go with him even for money.
The other bathhouse girls are honest, so I don't know. The truth is, I felt a bit sorry for him. Folk don't like him, but it's only 'cause his old man is a grouch and a tanner.
I heard they don't like him because he keeps company with villains.
True enough. But they didn't like him before that either. Or me. They're close-minded yokels. Both of us are the black sheep of the village.
There's nothing more between you?
No, nothing. Maybe Hinek thinks differently.
Is it true?
What?
Other whores... So you only felt...
Both of us are the black sheep.
There's nothing more?
No.
Another thing...
What?
Did you go...
No.
Yeah.
Все.
Be a bit more careful.
Кучу дополнительного. Обязательно поговори с отцом. Найди тайник. Надо с отцом сейчас поговорить. Б. Можно даже. Сейчас в корчму зайти. О, может, в костяшки.
I'd like to throw...
Это не вставка, это фигня какая-то.
Here, just as you ordered.
Jesus Christ be praised.
What's happening around?
Ah, you know how it is. Oh, now I think of it. I've not seen the local herb woman. She always comes here once a week for a tankard of ale. And by the way, especially at the mill, not a week goes by whenever they're planning. Oh, and then, like that's sake, it started an archery contest here. If you want to try...
What's happening?
Nothing much.
I want to ask about the courier's son, Hinek.
But ask someone else. I have nothing to do with Riki. He'd only drive my customers away.
Really? I heard a different story. I heard the two of you do business together.
Who are you anyway?
Кто ты вообще такой?
He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is. But if you find the bastard, tell him he still owes me some goods.
I don't give a damn what deals you've been doing together. I won't tell anyone. I just need to know where Riki is. It's urgent.
What have our deals got to do where he disappeared to?
More than you think. It's likely Riki is hiding out at his poaching lair. And believe me, it wasn't hard to find out who was buying game from him, and it's even easier to go to the castle and tell them. Poaching's a crime, after all.
All right. But give me your word of honor you won't tell anyone about our deal.
You have my word.
Fine. So, what do you want to know?
How much game did he bring you?
Not much, a few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
I hear Hinek has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
Not exactly. That is... I don't know where it is at all.
But
I happen to know it's a dark place, a cave or an old mine shaft.
how do you know that?
Whenever Riki was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so we had to have a light for that.
And do you know of any mine shafts nearby?
There's a few of them around. There's one on the opposite bank, a short way off the path leading from the forge to the west. Then there's a mine gallery to the east of the village, up in the woods above the cliffs. And I heard there's one shaft on the headland close to the water.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Watch you don't break your neck.
Так, а там еще куча всего. Блин, тайник еще. Так, вот сейчас можно с отцом поговорить. Ну вот его отец.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Где меня уже рыцарем называют. Вонючка.
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Have you ever heard of him?
Sure. Why wouldn't I? That's what they call my son, Hinek.
Ah, you wouldn't happen to know where he is, would you?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you at least know where he usually goes? It's important.
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick and Harry?
Your son is about to get into deep shit. I'm trying to find him so I can warn him.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
But this time his neck's on the block. He got mixed up with some very dangerous people. I have to find him.
All right. He was here a few days ago, but he left right away. He looked like he was in a hurry.
And you don't know where he went?
I've got an idea, but I don't know.
I don't follow.
Hinek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's better than...
Ну, про убежище я уже, в общем-то, знаю почти все.
Don't you have any clue at all where...
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come...
How's that?
Because every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away?
I suppose. He never kept any of it.
Do you know who he sold it to?
No. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him coin. Of course it could...
All right. I'll ask. What more do you know?
Nothing. I swear to God Almighty, I've said all...
I know he didn't talk to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything?
Well, he came and went at all sorts of hours. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and with leaves and muck on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
I reckon. What do I know?
Don't you have any... How's that?
Because
I'd like to talk to you about your Hinek.
I'm very busy.
Do you at least know any friends he's with, or someone he goes to see?
As far as I know, nobody here in the village talks to him.
I heard he's seeing some bathhouse wench.
Maybe. He can't get it for free, so I suppose he has to go to the baths.
Как насчет позарговаться? Может купить одну шкуру кабана?
I'd like to just... Since it...
That's a... Aye.
Так, а где тут тайник этого чувака? Западный угол дома. Мне понадобится лопата, наверное.
What's going? Who are you? Gee, anything else? Someone there.
Блин, где же тут зарыто? Написано: зарыты под западным углом дома за кожевенной мастерской. Где тут может быть что зарыто? Сейчас он меня со двора уже, наверное, выгонит. Блин, это что, ромашка? Блин, какой же угол дома? За мастерской. Блин, ходит за мной.
Jesus! Be a bit more careful. What's it to be? Are you serious? What is it?
Блин, уже темно. Чё за фигня? Куда тут он зарыл эту фигню? Блять, западный, вроде бы все как бы. Какой западный? Вот это может быть. Западный угол дома. Блин, а где западный угол? Юг. Север. Ромашка. Вот это что ли? Блин, что за угол? Какой-то дом, это вообще не дом. $115 грошей. Так, надо лезть спать. Что-то уже вечер. Блин, вот по всей карте тут какие-то точки. А, это надо задание выключить.
I'm honored that an...
What's with the targets? Are you an archer by any chance?
I notice you're asking questions. Are you the Inquisition?
No, I'm Henry.
From Scales. I'm Vertex, from here.
It's just that...
Try your hand, do you? I know plenty who do. When you can score as high as me at chumps, then I might be impressed.
I've got no idea what you're...
Never played chumps? And you call yourself an archer? All right, Henry. Chumps is a game for real archers. It tests your strength, stamina, and accuracy. And it can be a nice little earner.
So what exactly...
I'll tell you. A bunch of logs are floated down the river. Then you count to 20, and the archers run along the banks after the logs. At the end of the course, someone collects all the logs and counts the strikes. Whoever has the most, always meaning me, each archer has...
Sounds like good fun.
Fun? My...
Sounds...
Well, if you ever...
So you know this Hinek. Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why's that?
No one with a nose likes spending too much time around tanners. And that Riki keeps bad company. I've never heard a good word said about him.
What can you tell me about the old courier?
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
Why do they call Hinek Riki anyway?
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand. Tanning isn't a trade for the weak of stomach.
What?
Well, Hinek's nature's no sweeter than his smell.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pit.
So a bit more than...
Just so.
Don't tell me there's not a single person who talks to him.
He's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called. Damn!
What the hell are you doing? I'll bring it right away.
I'll have a beer.
Good day to you.
Have you got a bed for them?
I suppose I... For how long?
Just the one.
Sure.
Here you are.
You'll like it here.
What the hell are you doing?
Ой. Так, поскачем, наверное, сейчас до этих. Ого. Ну, блин, тут типа гора, что ли? Сейчас еще свалюсь нафиг. Блять. Происшествие, ёп. Кому-то напихали стрел. Что тут произошло вообще? Я застрял, все.
Jesus Christ be praised. I'm looking for Hinek, the courier's son. I hear he sometimes comes here. Have you seen him?
He comes here, but I haven't seen him for a while. Ask Raspberry. He knows him better.
Who's Raspberry?
You'll spot him easy enough. His face is...
Рожа красная.
Why are you waking me? Go away.
Он дрыхнет.
Good day to you.
Чего, неправда рожа
Mates
красная?
say you know Hinek, the courier's son.
Riki. Aye, he shows up here sometimes. Why do you ask?
I'm trying to find him.
Good luck then.
Все. Ой.
Riki is like some bloody hedgehog, always creeping around in the woods. And just as prickly.
So you see him there often?
More like we don't see him.
Has he been here recently?
A few days ago. He came by in the evening, well into his cups. He might have fallen somewhere and broken his neck for all I know.
So he went into the woods?
Aye, like always.
How do you know him?
We worked together building a mill by Yanovitz, and then he vanished. A year later I came here to work, And lo and behold, there's Riki.
You know what he gets up to in the woods?
What do you reckon? Making money.
You're speaking as if that's perfectly legal.
No, no. That's not allowed. I know. I mean, I think he might be poaching. But maybe he's gathering firewood. No way for me to know, right?
Firewood. I hear Riki has a hideout in the woods somewhere. Do you know where it is?
Aye, I think I was there once.
You think? What does that mean? Either you were there or you weren't.
Well, once me and Hinek had a bit of a drink together here, and we ran out of ale. Hinek said he...
But do you remember anything about it? The direction or which path you took?
Aye, I can tell you exactly. We went from the edge of... A little upstream, there's a fallen tree bridging the water. We went across it to the other side, then we went uphill to a big boulder. You have to listen carefully there.
Why?
There's a spring nearby. Someone put a kind of little mill wheel on the stream below it. You can hear it going clap, clap, clap all day and night.
Uh-huh.
Once you find it, you go around the spring and nearby you'll see a clearing. That's where Hinek's hideout is.
About Hinek.
Aye?
Все. Так, теперь можно сходить на D. Вниз порочу до упавшего дерева. А вот и какая-то пещера.
Jesus Christ, what am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. At least, you've no more cares.
Need someone to talk to?
Fuck! Don't kill me. I can explain. I won't tell anyone. I swear, I've no one to tell anyway. Just please don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men?
No.
Huh. Then who are you?
That's not important. The important thing is we have a common foe.
Considering all the enemies I have, the odds of that are pretty high.
I'm talking about the gang that raided the Neuhof stud farm. I know you were there.
I was, but I've got nothing in common with those bastards.
I'll take your word for it, providing you tell me what you know.
I don't know why you should care. If it keeps my neck out of the noose, I'll spill the beans.
That Neuhof raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We were up to it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There were two gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal, but they wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you realised what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing, even though we were going to Neuhof. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they were cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Their horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I knew I'd better keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was going to kill anything that moved, then we knew there was no going back.
That gang of yours, what can you tell me about them?
Don't know what you want to know. There was four of us. Me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pavan. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims. Never nothing fancy.
I'm sure you did mischief enough. Who led you?
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us. Plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess in Neuhof.
What about the others?
Timmy's strong as an ox, with a brain to match. You got more sense out of a fence post. And Limpy.
Who got your two gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're gonna rob a farm. That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. Hold up on the road now and then. Nothing fancy. When they told us how...
So Pius knew? Where did the rest of your gang...
You saw Limpy, right?
Yes, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods, and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill a bit north of Neuhof.
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. None of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt, and Pius warned us to watch out for him.
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid?
On the way to Neuhof, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they've gone now.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination.
Tell me exactly how the raid went down.
Well, we stormed in from the rear. Runt's people started slaughtering the horses. Jesus, that was bleeding horrible. Meanwhile, me and Limpy had a sniff round the stables to see if we could find anything worth pilfering. And in the end, we got lucky.
What did you find?
Smill, Sir Hanish's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but we took advantage of the situation. Limpy grabs him by the throat and I slapped him round to encourage him to tell us where the money was. Then it all fell apart at the seams. Quicker than you'd believe. Runt comes running up and skewers the groom like a pig for roasting. My jaw dropped. I thought the stuff about killing was just tough talk.
And it wasn't?
No, not in the least.
What happened then?
I'm gaping at Smill, stuck through and through, and I noticed this boy standing at the other end of the stables. The stupid sods pointing at us, jaw hanging down to his knees, saying, "I know you." Runt turns to us and hisses, "Take him down." So me and Lubosh start running, because the lad took to his heels. At the same time, we could hear the noise of the skirmish in the courtyard. We caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. Limpy grabs it off him and stands over him with his bodkin in his hand, and I start praying. In the end, Limpy just gives him a kick and says, "Beat it, Ginger." And then Runt shows up at the gate and hollers that we gotta go. So we scop.
What happened after the raid?
We were waiting for that fool, Timmy. Same place as we met them before, so he'd know where we were, right? Stupid fucking idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy finally turned up.
There was some...
You could say that, yeah. They started on us right away that we were traitors. They started trying to surround us, and we knew what was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
One of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they were so buggered from the raid, they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted that they'd find us.
Всё. Что теперь?
That's all I need to know. So now what do I do with you?
Well...
Hey, over here!
О, сейчас мордобой будет.
Runt's people. We've got to get out of here. They're too close. We'll never outrun them. Fuck! At least they don't know I'm here. The two of us can take them by surprise.
No fucking way. I'm gone.
Look here. If you run, they'll catch up with you and kill you. And me too. Together, we stand a better chance.
Jesus Christ. Alright. I suppose you're right.
Ну и чё? Сколько их? Трое? Да, они легко надеты. Сейчас вы выхватите. С топором. Меня вот что смущает. Еще есть какие-то две точки, Г и F. Что это мне дает?